President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. looking at a temporary halt on fuel taxes. That's to give consumers relief from rising oil prices while the Middle East crisis rages on. But are lawmakers willing to give the president emergency powers to make this happen? This report from mobile journalist Julie Baiza.
The Marcos administration is looking to ease higher fuel prices as geopolitical tensions in the Middle East show no signs of easing. President Bongbong Marcos is currently studying the possibility of reducing excise tax on fuel and other petroleum products as oil prices are estimated to go up in the coming weeks. The chief executive said he will speak to Congress about the proposal of giving him the authority to lower the excise tax on petroleum products if the price of crude oil exceeds beyond $80 per barrel. The president, however, mentioned that this measure will only be temporary and won't come into play until prices of Dubai crude hit the Fed threshold.
I am going to talk to the leaders in both the House and in the Senate to maybe this is not yet a sure thing, but this is something that we are discussing, and it could be helpful. Is to give me, the president, the authority to reduce excise tax on petroleum products should Dubai crude exceed $80 per barrel.
Finance Secretary Frederick Go said the administration will still be on a wait-and-see mode before implementing any action on the excise tax suspension.
I'll use earthquake na lang as an analogy so that it's easy for all of you to understand so that we don't overreact. Even an earthquake, for example, of very, very high intensity, but if the earthquake's only 1 second, walang mangyayari. Okay, but a low-intensity earthquake that lasts, say, 6 hours, tumba ang building. Okay, so it's a combination of price and duration, just like an earthquake, intensity and duration.
At present, oil trading prices range from $77 to $78 per barrel. On Tuesday, March 3rd, local gasoline prices shot up by almost 2 pesos per liter, while diesel had a price hike of 1 peso and 20 centavos per liter. Several lawmakers have already expressed support for Marcos's fuel tax cut push. House Speaker Faustino D, in a statement, said the House of Representatives is ready to pass a measure authorizing President Marcos to do so. D said the House is prepared to coordinate with the Senate to review and, if necessary, amend existing laws. Senate President Pro Tempore Ping Lacson also said Marcos's request for emergency powers, once formalized, should be given serious consideration. Lacson explained an amendment of the train law to grant the Department of Finance the authority instead to suspend the excise tax can also be considered. Senate President Tito Soto meanwhile cautioned against rushing the approval of the proposal.
Ang pagkakaalam ko, mayroon pa yatang mga 2 or 3 months na reserve tayo. So ayon sa Pangulo, kung ganun yung statement niya, ang ibig sabihin niyan ay kung hindi, ito naman baka naman hindi tumagal. So we might be worried about something that we should not be worried about at this point. So in the meantime, pag-aralan namin.
Senate Committee on Finance Chairman Sherwin Gatchalian also warned of the repercussions of suspending excise fuel tax. Gatchalian finds it better for the government to top the President's contingency fund.
Ang immediate na nakikita kong kailangan is pwedeng itap ang contingency fund ni Pangulo at least around 3 billion para ma-activate na yung Pantawid Pasada. Yung Pantawid Pasada kasi ngayon, meron ring threshold na 80 billion kaya hindi malabas-labas. So itap mo na yung contingency fund. I think immediately what we can do is to support the PUV drivers. At dito lang sa increase of 15%.
As the President also reported, the country's current reserves of petroleum products remain sufficient. Kapatid Mobile Journal Julie Baiza, We're One News.